What is good? It is your boy, Mr. Frenzy from MrFrenzyProductions.com, and we have a full-on drum pattern with this loop, which sounds like this. Cool. Now, what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to take out one of these kick drums as well. I didn't like that one. Take out that one as well. Okay, we're good. So basically right here we have a 4-measure pattern. This is measure number 1, this is measure number 2, measure number 3, measure number 4. And also we have broken down the grid into its subdivisions. This is beat number 1, 2, 3, 4, which signifies quarter notes. You also have the first subdivision, which is eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and also the eighth note subdivision, which is 16th notes, 1E and 2E and so on and so forth. These are all the note placements that we can use to make some really cool stuff, some really cool drum patterns. And it really is just that simple. Once you break down this grid, you're going to have a lot more flexibility when it comes to your own personal creativity, instead of just spending months, if not years, just testing and, tweaking like notes over here, over there, and all that sort of stuff. So learn the grid and your life will be a lot easier. However, now what we're going to do is we're going to go through open hi-hats. Open hi-hats add a little tiny bit more of rhythm to our beat, okay? So let's find some open hi-hats. So OH usually stands for open hi-hat. So if you have drums that say OH, it's usually an open hi-hat. I'm going to use this sort of traditional sounding one. By the way, if you like these drums, you go over to my website at MrFrenzyProductions.com and get the Frenzy Bundle, Complete Frenzy Bundle, which has both of these drum kits, the Eviction Notice number 2 and Eviction Notice number 1. They knock and they're sweet. And you can get everything else on the website for only $25. Okay, let's go back to the open hi-hats. Open hi-hats, I'm going to bring this over here. Make sure I don't put it on any of these other drums, because if you do, it'll literally just copy over it, okay? And then all your MIDI will sound like an open hi-hat, okay? Put it underneath or above. Now, here's the rule with open hi-hats, just for right now. Put the open hi-hats on every second beat or every fourth beat, okay? Every second beat or every fourth beat. That's it, just for right now. If you are a beginner. Let's turn it let's keep it at this same volume. Cool, great. So now if you have a lot of open hi-hats that are just kind of poking out of the beat like all the time, like, very frequently, like I have there on the 2s and the 4s, it can sound pretty busy, okay? So, but just for right now, let's just listen to that. 2s and 4s. Now, with open hi-hats, you can literally have that, but the problem is that it's a little bit too repetitive. So what we want to do is we kind of want to mix it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an open hi-hat on the second beat of the first measure, but then drop out the fourth beat open hi-hat and hear how it sounds. Cool. And then in the fourth measure, if I want to start getting a little bit more creative with the open hi-hats, what I'll do is I'll place the OH on the second beat, like what we have here, and I'll also put it on the fourth beat. So this is basically like fail-safe rhythm, okay? So basically if you put the open hi-hat on the second or the fourth beat in halftime, if your snare drum is on, or if your snare drum or your clap is on the third beat, then these will work in context with your snare drum, okay? Now what I could do as well is I could also just put the open hi-hat on the fourth beat right here. Let me show you. Oops, that is not the fourth beat. I can show you why that wasn't the fourth beat. If I zoom in here, I put it on the and of 4, okay? So you got to be careful with that. There's the fourth beat. And over here, here's the fourth beat. Why? Beat number 1, beat number 2, beat number 3, beat number 4. Cool, awesome, great. Whichever you want, really. I mean, you could either place it on the second beat or the fourth beat. Let me see what I'm feeling. Let's try and mix it up too. I'm going to play this on the fourth. Actually, I'm going to start with the second beat, but then the next one I'm going to go on the fourth beat. Same thing over here. Yeah, I like that best. Good, awesome. I have my open hi-hat in context with my regular hi-hat. Hi-hat's driving the beat. Snare drum is basically the backbeat, and the kicks are punching. You know, that's what gives it that form of trap sound. Anyway, and then of course you have like your open hi-hats and like your other forms of percussion that just add a little tiny bit more rhythm and flair to your beat, so it doesn't sound so boring, I guess. Okay, that is open hi-hats. Next, what are we doing next? Next, we're going to go to side snares. Side snares, I'll explain in the next module, basically. So this is Mr. Frenzy from MrFrenzyProductions.com, and I will see you in the next one.